All right, says we live. Let's get to it.
Let's go.
Everything conceivable.
Turn that shit out, bitch. Big face beats.
MJ shit though, right?
Yeah.
We'll talk about it in the studio with the RecBoys though. It's showtime.
The hottest DJ
We're
out
ready to let the
here.
horns go, right? Okay, look. I try to tell them nobody do it like these guys, so I'll explain it with La Sicaria. Two languages so y'all can get hit both ways.
Hit for the heat.
So we don't care if you throw shade. The RecBoys got it locked again. I'm talking the hottest guests, independent artists to the executive gems.
En la calle con el show número uno. Poniendo la presión como el chulo de los miércoles.
That's every Wednesday at 7. We're independent from past to present to future. Don't let me lose you, the show is
You
fire.
catch wreck o get wreck, el mundo se prepare. Estamos internacional, nadie que se compare.
And they throw you the trivia, so you gotta be sharp. Chris think he know it all, so beat him and you quiet as
En
ball.
las estaciones FM, YouTube and Facebook Live. Yeah, DJ Shot and Mr. Catch wreck, thank you for watching.
RecBoys
Request AKA Catch Wreck.
and DJ RecBoy Shaq.
So, RecBoys? Man, I love you. You in my heart every day, motherfucker.
RecBoys.
The RecBoys.
RecBoys. I'm tapping with my guys, the RecBoys. You should tap in too.
In the studio, we're catching wreck.
What's shaking, my peoples? You already know what it is. DJ RecBoy Shop, Mr. Catch Wreck. We are the RecBoys. Happy Hump Day. Happy Wednesday. Happy Cinco de Mayo the day after. Happy 3 years in one day to me.
Yeah, salute to you, man. Happy anniversary on the shop. That's super dope.
Nah, it is super dope, man. Yesterday was a good time. I was definitely feeling the love. You know, sit back and you look and you see where you were 3 years ago, to see what you got going on now and the plans for the future is super dope. Super duper dope. But shout out to everybody that shouted me out. Shout out to Bunky. We're gonna be live there tomorrow. Tea time with Bunky. 7 p.m. Facebook Live, YouTube Live, Instagram Live. We gonna be live in the building sipping tea with Bunky. So sorry I missed it. I was sharing the spirit. Absolutely. I'm ready for y'all. I hope so. Make sure you talk to Jay. Jay got something for you, so make sure you get that. All right. What else is going on? What's up with you?
You're ready, man. Blessed. Glad to be back. Excited about tonight's guest. You know what I mean? Real quick, just a little backstory. I know you know, but for the people who tuned in and on Facebook, Instagram. I mean, no, we not on Instagram. Facebook and YouTube, and the people who watch us after. We had Justin B had Jay Bleezy on not too long ago, right? And we actually played his single that Wishmaster actually produced. You know what I mean? So when I heard what he done, and I heard Jay Bleezy's music before, you know what I mean? I definitely had to go do my research and check him out. You know what I mean? I started, doing my research, came across his podcast, came across some funny videos. You know what I mean? We could get into all that shit tonight, but it was super dope. And then to learn, damn, some of the joints I heard, I never knew he produced.
Right.
Like, and it's crazy, like. And we said this shit before on the show. It's crazy how much producers are so like in the background that people don't know. Like, yo, without these sounds, without what they put together, it needs to mesh to be what it is. You know what I mean? And they don't get the limelight like that.
A lot of times, the producer, what you think the producer may be, isn't what turns out what the producer is. I found that out by doing the trivia for tonight. It's about producers, and I'm like, oh snap. Oh really? You get what I'm saying? So but let me ask you a question before we bring on our guest. Do you think that's because we've moved away from the presentation of music? And I mean, like when we grew up, there were tapes. Tapes had inserts. You would read the credits. Then we went to CDs.
When you grew up,
stop,
don't age me.
Stop, Logan. Listen, when you grew up and they had CDs, they had they had the credits in the inserts of the CD, so you know who made what. Right? So now when you're getting the music, it's not readily available. So now you got to go look. I mean, it is because you can look it up, but it's not with the packaging of the music.
Yeah, that's a good point. It's a solid point. That's a good. I don't know. I think it's part laziness of the people. You know what I mean? To add on to what you were saying, but yeah, I could agree with what you're saying.
Gotcha. So what's up? You want to jump right in?
Yeah. We're never gonna play no games. So I just found out he's from Chicago, which kind of sums a little bit of it for me. You know what I mean? I follow him on Instagram now. I'm watching his videos. I'm checking out some episodes from the podcast. I'm diving into the bio. So we got Wishmaster, multi-talented producer. Got plaques. You know what I mean? Produced for guys like Meek Mills, French Montana, Rick Ross. Listen. If I keep going, we're gonna be here for a while. He's been putting in work. You know what I mean? So let's not even play from Chi-Town.
Nice. Wishmaster, what up?
What's up, man? Thanks for having me, guys.
Real quick, let everybody know who you are, where you from, and what you do, homie.
So I go by Wishmaster. I am originally from Chicago. I live in Nashville now. I have been a music producer for over 25 years. I am the originator of online beat licensing. A lot of people don't know that. Educator. Did my own TV show, podcast, and yeah, man. So yeah,
nice.
We nominated, multi-platinum. Worked with probably some of the biggest rappers in the world.
I definitely did not know that least thing that you said. That's crazy.
Yeah, neither did I. So I want to jump right into that. Explain that. You were the first one to do the online. You're the originator of online licensing.
I'll say I'm one of the pioneers because there's a few of us. We don't know. It's around the same time. But basically, yeah, when I started making beats, I didn't know what to do with them. So I was just making beats at home. I had a little label. I had a bunch of friends that are GDs and Vice Lords, and they just came over and rapped, and we just made like a little label. And I didn't know what to do after, I was like, what do I do with my beats? And I went online and I found this website called mp3.com. And it's just basically people put beats, songs up, and then you would get paid for how many streams you got. So they would send you checks in the mail. So, my first check was like $25. Or no, I'm sorry, it was like $50. And I'm like, damn, I got paid to put music online. And it was, so I was like, all right, cool, man. Maybe people like my shit. And then they stopped doing that after a while. So I didn't know what to do then. I'm like, all right, what do I do with my beats? And then I started going through they had like a little messenger and shit. And I'm like, oh shit, I got all these messages, like thousands. And people were like, how much you want for this beat? So I went through them and I sold my first beat for like $60 because that's how much my phone bill was. And then it just kept going from there. And then I started blowing up online so much that I was charging $3,000, $4,000 to independent artists just for, exclusive beats, which I didn't know the difference between exclusive or any of that. I was just basically probably just selling the beat outright. I was just like, here you go, you can have all the rights. And then that started slowing down. The economy started getting worse and people couldn't afford. Like I got down to like probably $500-$600 and people would get mad. They'd be like, man, you ain't no fucking Timberland. I'm not paying you $500-$600. I'm like, Timberland gets 150 G's first
each, just to even talk. Yeah.
Right. And then and that's what I was known for, actually. I sounded like Timberland, Dre, and Pharrell because those were my favorite producers. And that's basically, I just copied their style until I found my own. So people were, getting beats that sounded like theirs for cheaper. And then I had to figure out a way to make money because I was like, it was getting less and less. So that's when I came up with the idea of, why don't I just lease the beat and basically sell it for $25 or $50, but I could sell it numerous times. The artist doesn't have to break their budget. They get the rights to go do whatever they want with it. And I still own my publishing. I still own my rights and I could sell it. So I ended up blowing up way bigger from that because now I started reaching different parts of the globe. And then everybody reached out to me. That was like Ludacris, Nelly, Midway Games, video games. And like, that's just when my career took off, is when I started releasing beats. So, yeah.
So even Nelly and those guys were releasing beats at the beginning?
No, they just heard of me. So basically it was like word of mouth. I was reaching so many people because so many people were releasing my beats that like those type of artists are like, oh, where'd you get that beat from? So I was working with a group called Field Mob that was signed to Ludacris, and they were fucking with my beats, and they got them through somebody else that was leasing them. And then that's when, he called me. He's like, hey man, I want to get you on this Disturbing the Peace album. Yeah.
Yeah, and then they're like, fuck that. We're not leasing only 2,500 plays. Yeah, they got to come back.
Labels don't lease, and I don't understand that. I think maybe because they just want to have that full ownership. But Man, if they want to, labels could just lease beats all day and make a killing, because
Yo,
no one's gonna beat them, right? An independent
Right.
artist is not gonna beat a label. They're a big machine, so no one's gonna want to compete with their beat that they did. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know why they don't do it.
or what they're charging for
Right.
the lease. You know, because
Right.
now you're talking about dollars when they're already invested in these guys. So
Yeah.
you're the reason.
Wait. Let's go back. Let's stop right there and hold that question, Shah, because then because I preach all the time. Ownership is the key of it, right?
Yeah.
So when you think about it like that, label wise, it don't make sense, because they make their money in the long run of the music. You know what I mean? And the master of it.
No, but that's what he's saying. If the labels keep the masters and they just lease the beats.
Oh, I see. Oh, you're saying the label? Oh, okay, I
But
misunderstood.
most
Yeah, the
producers
labels
actually
get
don't.
the producers. They get all the producers, get them all under one roof. Now,
And
whatever you
most
guys,
producers they give up their publishing and their rights.
That's
They
what
don't
I'm
know.
saying.
Like when they lease it, they're like, oh, they don't even want the publishing or anything, even the royalties. They're just like, just use it because I still own the rights to it. But
Right.
Okay.
technically, you're giving them the rights to do whatever they want with it.
right.
Mm.
So, were you in the mix were you one of the founding fathers where it came to like, okay, 2,000 streams or 2,000 plays, and we got to renegotiate?
As far as leasing,
Yeah.
I mean, I have tiers, but see, I'm
Gotcha.
cool like that. I even said, I like, if you know, because a lot of people ask that, they're like, well, if I go past my streams, like, are you going to take it away from me? I'm like, I'm not going to take it away from you. Just hit me up and we'll work something out. Most of the time, I'll just say, just lease it again. You know, what I
Right.
mean? Pay the same price, and now you just double that, right?
Mm.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't hold it over people's heads like that. That's not cool.
Got you. No, I was just wondering because when we got into leasing our beats, that was one of the things that we seen everybody was doing, was like there was like a 2,000 limit, and
Yeah.
then after that you would have to renegotiate, and you know that way, you know, I guess it was fair game. You know, I don't think we've had
You could
people
just
have
lease it again. Then technically, you could just go back to the site, lease it again, and now you got up to 2,000. You could just keep doing that over and over
be
again.
doing it.
Right,
Gotcha.
right. What I thought was so dope about leasing beats coming from the street, there was never a time before where I could sell the same product multiple times to different people.
Right.
So when that happened, it was like, yo, Shot, we could sell the same beat to 5 different people. There's nothing they could do. You know what I mean? I thought that's what I thought was super dope about leasing the beats, and it also gave the artist a chance to try the song out.
Well, and what's crazy is like, I sold weed. That's what I did as a hustle. And I basically went to the city, downtown Chicago, or not downtown, I'm sorry, to the hood of Chicago. I would buy weed because I get a lot more for cheaper, and then I sell it in the suburbs. And I took that to the beat game, and I'm like, but I don't have to re-up and pay anything. It's just time, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'm saying. That was like, it's the best business in the world, and I'm helping people out too. That's what's cool about it. I'm actually helping people by giving them quality production, and they're not breaking their bank. They can spend their money on marketing or whatever.
Right.
Got you. So when you were with, the thing with Ludacris was you were signed to Field Mob as a producer?
No, they just were working on my tracks. So basically, it was a dude that leased beats, and then he was like playing it for them, and they're like, "Oh man, who made this shit?" And then they were just making all these records, and then they went to Ludacris, like, "Hey, these are our records." And he's like, "Okay, I want to put this on the album."
Got you. So
that happened to a lot of producers, actually.
Which joints did you do from them?
I did Come See Me. It's with Smoke from Field Mob and Stat Quo.
All right,
That's
I know that record.
crazy. Yeah, that's my joint. And again, like I was saying in the intro, there's a lot of records that, as I went and started doing my research, that you've done that I didn't know you made.
That's crazy. Yeah.
No, but
like even this one that you just said, this is my joint. If I was to go inside my 7-year-old, if I played this, he would start dancing because I literally listened to it all the time. I never knew you produced it.
Yeah, well, like you know, like you guys were saying though, it's like you don't have credits and you can't go read anything. You can't go in a CD booklet or a tape cassette or whatever and look at people's credits. And like you guys, I could tell actually care about that stuff, but most people don't give a shit.
Right,
They
right.
they don't care who made it, you know.
The question that Shada, you remember the question you asked me earlier? Say to him, what do you think about it? Like as far as the credits and the producers, because we know a lot of producers. Like we had Self-Service on not so long ago, Jimi Kendrix,
Amadeus.
Phantom of the Beat, Amadeus, and they all say the same thing. Some of them are cool with nobody knowing them, and they just, you know, they getting their check. And then some of them are like, nah, I want everybody to know I made that. You know what I mean? How do you feel?
I'm in between. I'm cool. I wouldn't want to be like a, like a Metro Boomin where he's just out in the open like that. That's not me. I like being in the background, but it's cool to have, to get your credit. And because when you get your credit, it helps you with other artists. So people are like, oh, everybody's talking about Wishmaster. Everybody's gonna be like, oh, well, I need to get that dude's beats. You know what I'm saying? So you want that word of mouth. You know what I'm saying? So I want it more for that. I want that credit to go towards the other artists that want it, so they come and work with me.
So have you ever worked on like?
Okay.
Yeah, have you ever worked on like a part of a team like the Hitman, or like a Track Masters, or where it's a bunch of you guys who are collectively submitting beats, and then the one main producer picks the beats, and then they bring you in and work, or is it?
I've never done that. I've tried to collab with other people, man, and I don't want to say this in a cocky way. No one's ever been able to kind of keep up with me. I'm not talking about like your one day collabs that you collab with other producers. I'm talking about I've tried to like team up with people, and they just can't keep up with me, man. Especially like when I'm in my zone. Like I used to make 15, 20 beats a day, like every day, and like even like when I was working with Nelly, for 3 years, he would tell me to come to the studio every day because I have new ones, and then other producers are, they'd be too slow, or they're just lagging behind. And I've tried, and I'm not saying there's producers out there that are amazing that I would love to work with, but like my experience, it just never worked out like that. Now I am starting.
You got a hell of a process if you're doing 15 beats a day, my guy.
Yeah.
And I'm a beat maker, so now, no, he got. I'm like, when you first said it, I'm like, wait a minute.
Enough.
I'm like, wait a minute, hold on. Okay, what does he say? And then when he's like 15. Yeah, no, I would be one of the niggas where, bruh.
Wow.
Yeah, bruh. And it's
complete 15 complete, or 15 that you might have started.
Nah, there'd be some complete ones, but some of them would just be like just loops, you know what I mean? That's because sometimes, bro, I'd be in a studio playing beats for an artist, and like I would spend hours on this one, and I'd be like, this is the one, and then they'd skip in 10 seconds and play the loop and be like, all right, keep looping that shit, that's the one. And I'm like, damn. So I learned sometimes you just got to put like dope loops in there too, just because they might just want to make something on that,
Right.
Gotcha.
But yes, a lot of them were complete. Like I used, man, I'm still a beast, but I was a beast. Like I'm talking about, like everybody knew, like I would just kill it, man. It's my passion. It was my everything.
What was your favorite beat? What's your favorite beat that you've done?
Oh man, that is a tough question, man. One of my favorite beats would actually be, it was a song that was by this artist. He was signed to MySpace Records. I don't know if you guys knew MySpace had a record label.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So he was one of the first artists that signed, and his name was Jeremy Green, and he had a featured Pitbull on it. It was my track, and the track was so ahead of its time. I felt like a lot of people told me that, like that beat just sound way too ahead. It was just one of my favorite beats. It just had I still can listen to it and it won't bother. Like I hate listening to my own music a lot because I've spent so much time listening to that same beat.
Going back and through, and doing it.
I'm like, oh man, it's just tough until an artist does its thing, does his or her thing on it. Then I'm like, okay, it kind of comes to the surface. But that's one of those tracks that I can listen to them like that. That was dope, man. I don't know what I was on.
Let me ask you this: we had Austin this on, and he said the Dipset anthem. He said he was making it. And kind of like what you was just saying, he was listening so much that he was like, yo, this shit is trash. He was getting ready to throw it away. And his cousin walked in the studio and was like, yo, that shit is it. And he was like, this? Like, nah, I'm about ready to erase it off the MPC. And he didn't, and it turned out to be the Dipset anthem. Any records like that for you?
Oh, yeah. I mean, even though one of the biggest songs I did was I'm on a Boat by Lonely Island featuring T-Pain. I got nominated for Grammy for that. Millions and millions of, streams. That beat was it wasn't in my throwaway pile, but it was in my okay beats, and it ended up being that. I mean, everybody loves that track, and I'm just like, it wasn't for me. It just wasn't. It didn't hit like that. You know what I mean? And then when I heard it though, especially T-Pain, I was like, okay, I get it now.
That's crazy. So take us back. Let's go back real quick. At the beginning, what made you want to get into production and music?
I was a DJ in Chicago. So I was kind of, I wasn't a huge DJ, but I was kind of blowing up a little bit, and I started doing clubs, and I just, I was really, like I said, Timberland, Dr. Dre, Neptunes was a sound I loved, and just I kept playing it over and over again, and then I started seeing people's reaction to these tracks, and I'm like, why am I spinning the stuff that they're listening to instead of creating it? And then ever since that day, I just picked up a keyboard and just MPC. I mean, that's where I spend my money, is on shit like that. You know what I mean?
So
And
as far as DJing, you was a blend DJ or scratch DJ?
both. Yeah. I don't know push button stuff. I don't know that at all. So like I tried actually from my boy Jerry Robinson on Strange Music had me come do one of his shows. He's like, bro, I'm gonna bring you out as DJ. I did it, and it was like the setup they have now, and I'm like, bro, I got so confused, but I was having fun. I was getting buttons. But even it was syncing it for me and shit. And I'm like, this is crazy.
Yeah, no,
I just have to
listen.
slow down the vinyl, bro.
Yeah, yeah, like you don't have to do none of that. It all hits a button, and everything is DJing now is easy.
Yeah.
Well,
It's not easy. You still have to get people going.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
But do they even do that anymore? Like some DJs, like actually involved, like like care about with the crowd. Like there's been times like where you're in the club and you're waiting, like it might not be that type of night, but you're all excited. You need to hear that type of music so you can get to that type of zone. And there's some DJs.
Crowd, that's its own craft,
right.
Like reading your crowd. Because if you play the wrong shit, they're gonna be like, "This is whack." Like no matter even if it's easy or not, they're just like, "This dude doesn't know what like his crowd is."
Well,
some DJs today don't have that, in my opinion.
Well, you know what it is though, and I'm noticing now because I still DJ. I'm seeing there's two types that are forming out of the one type that we know as. You have now DJs, these performance DJs, who they dictate whether or not you like the music, versus the crowd picked, and then the DJ would follow the crowd. Nowadays, when dude, is like a ring announcement. Like if you ever watch any of these DJs do their live sets now, it's like, dude, they bring them in from like they're coming out of this corner. They got a pre-mixed set before they even get to the tables. No, it's wild. And they're doing all these videos. And I mean, it's dope, but it's not like they're paying attention to the crowd. They got their set. And then they go in there and
go in there no matter who it is, no matter what.
Yeah. And your set is either good enough to tweak the people to like what you're doing. And then you have those DJs who go in there and be like, all right, I played this song. They really not vibing to it. It was a little bit. I see where their vibe is going. And then they pick out their records. So, but.
Do you come from like Technique 1200s and all that stuff? Or
no, I come from that, but I transitioned with everything though. I when it was I had CDJs when the CDJs become pop. The only thing I didn't do was the rain. I didn't get the rain with the turntables. When it started going from not where I didn't have to carry crates and crates and crates of records, it was like, yeah, I'm done with this shit. Yeah, I'm done. Yeah, no. Once they had once they figured out a controller, I'm like, yeah, this is the new wave. I got a flash drive. I got a hard drive.
It's funny as shit because when they came out, I remember when the controller first came out. I'm like, yo, Shot, bring your turntables to my house. Let me hold them. He's like, all right. And we're talking about needles. The needles he had was 500 plus. Like he had different cases. And he specifically told me, yo, here goes everything, but only use these needles. I guess those are like the needles he played around with pause, right? And I'm like, okay, whatever. I had this shit in my house. I'm fucking trying to learn how I'm fucking his needles up. He come to the house one day, he started playing it.
There too.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, my bad. My bad. He starts playing it. Yeah, it was. He starts playing it, and I'm not used to like. I'm learning and trying to learn how to mess with the turntables, but he knew automatically that I messed up his needles, and he starts unplugging shit. And I'm like, what you doing? He's like, I'm taking my shit back. I'm like, bro, like, what you mean? Like, I just only had it 3 days, and then he starts explaining to me the prices of the needles. I literally was like, all right, you can leave it there, and never turned it back on again. I felt so bad when I learned how much
that shit was fun. Like we used to go to record stores and find all the newest shit.
And just dig for hours and hours.
So much. Like even just like same thing with movies, like going to Blockbuster, like that shit was fun. Like you would just get recommendations and shit. Now it's like I can go see anything. Like man, it's not fun anymore. But the reason I was asking about the DJ thing is because I came from an MPC and a keyboard. That when I transitioned to virtual instruments and like I went to FL Studio, like I know what an MPC sounds like, so I can make my FL Studio sound like that. Like I know how to
Right.
move my drums around and get that bounce. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Because a lot of people are hating on software and shit. They're like, "Oh, you can't make real sounding beats." I'm like, "Okay, watch this." You know?
Yeah, that's the craft within itself. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Real quick, back to the turntable. I remember the turntable had a quarter on the thing, and I was short for a Dutch, and I took the quarter off. He did not like that shit either. Like that was
Yeah, you
another
took the weight
problem.
off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's another problem.
You gonna make that shit jump around, dude.
Right, I didn't know, right? You know what I mean? What was your first break in the industry? Like what was the first track that got your door?
I would say my first break was actually doing a video game. It was I did a game called NBA Ballers by Midway Games, and
Midway
it was
Games, yeah.
it was newest game, like different than any other game. It wasn't like a typical basketball game. It was like literally you were these big basketball players, but you had to like play to get, you get jewelry
Get more
and
money and jewelries and yeah. Mhm.
So they brought me out. It happened to be in Chicago, and I went out and they said, "We want you. You're like one of the biggest independent producers right now, like online. We want you to like headline this." So I ended up doing like 25 beats on there and 5 songs, and I got a $25,000 check. So that was like my first industry money. So I was like, man, this is it. And then what was crazy is I used to tag my beats up. I left the tags on the beats that I gave them, and they used them in the game. So
that's dope.
People know me from that game because they'd always
That's
go, "Where's Master Beat?" So they always be like, they'd come to me and they're like, "Where's Master Beat?"
That's dope. That's super
So I'm
dope.
all over the game, and I didn't do it on purpose. It was just I was so used to it.
Well, that's their mess up at that point.
Right.
Like,
Yeah,
what are
exactly.
you doing? You're supposed to get everything. Once you fly them out and you're saying this, they're supposed to have you sign over your life. Like,
Well, no, he's doing licensing at that point, so that's a different. Let's touch on that because licensing could be very lucrative if you know how to do it. You know what I mean? So when the first intro for you into the game was that, how did that play out for you? Did you understand licensing, or did you have to learn as it go?
So that you talking about that type of licensing for like video games? Yeah. So that was I didn't know anything, man. That's my biggest mistake I've ever made, is not learning the business. I didn't want to. I just wanted to create music, and I've lost hundreds of thousands of dollars stolen by other people because I didn't know what I was doing. You know what I mean? And what was I saying? Oh, so yeah, that was my first like learning about licensing. But I mean, it's really not licensing. They buy you out pretty much. It's not like I can.
Yeah.
It's not like I can go resell the tracks. You know what I mean?
Oh, so it wasn't that particular deal wasn't a licensing deal that they
don't do
used.
royalties. Like I think the only people that actually do royalties is like EA Sports. I think might do it once in a while, but but no, none of these other video games, they don't do royalties or nothing like that. And that
I
game,
didn't know that.
they put the album soundtrack in the game for the first $1 million. So
yeah,
technically they sold $1 million.
So technically you sold $1 million.
I'm supposed to get a plaque for that, but I'm not paying $500 right now. So
you got to pay $500 for your plaque.
I think I did. I think I have about 20 something plaques I still have to buy, but I'm like, bro, it's like $300 to $500 per. Sometimes $600.
So you got to send the money to the RIAA to get your plaque.
So all they do is they're just going to tell you if it's legit, but you have to go through there's different companies that do it, and they'll put the RIAA on there, but they don't actually handle that. They're just the ones that say, yeah, that one, that's
okay, that's legit. Okay, got you.
Yeah,
that's
so
crazy.
Yeah, like I said, I have a lot of plaques I want to get, but I'm like, man, I put my money in other things, man. One day I will, but that's a lot of money.
Yeah, so out of those 15 beats, you gotta total up that price, and there goes the plaques. Yeah,
right.
Wow, that's crazy. So out of all these artists you work with guys like Rick Ross, Meek Mill, Jadakiss, French Montana.
I didn't do Meek Mill. I never worked with Meek Mill.
You never did Meek?
Mm-mm.
That's crazy because it comes up in the Wikipedia. So
really?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to hit them up now.
Yeah.
Now this in Wikipedia is real.
Sometimes I do. But no, I'm not gonna lie. I could have. It's just sometimes the artist will buy a track off me and they'll put like a feature like that on there. So it could have happened.
Got you.
Yeah, some of the features I have that happens. You know what I mean? Like an artist literally gets.
You don't even know that they're on the record.
I don't even know they're on the record. Yeah, because I move fast, man. So it's not like sometimes you don't have communication with these. They're just like, yeah, I just want the beat, and then I move on. You know what I'm saying? Because it's different than like producing in the studio where you're like know what's going on. Sometimes I'm just sending tracks.
So out of all these collaborations,
so I could have.
Which one was most impactful to your career?
Which
out of the
song?
tracks, yeah. Out of like, I know you mentioned the T-Pain. That might be it for you. Is
That
that
was
the one?
that was the biggest one. I don't maybe the Ludacris kind of that helped me kind of boost where people were like, oh, he's working with that camp, so that kind of helped me kind of boost me a little bit too.
Ludacris, his sound is so. How was it working with him? Did you work with him in the studio? Or he heard it?
No, he did some of my tracks, nothing ever released, which you know I'm saying I was bummed out about. That happens to me. I have so many tracks out there that have never been released. That's what's crazy. I have all these songs that are out, but there's probably even double that have never been released by so many artists. So yeah, like I said, he's done stuff, but I've never heard it, never released.
That's crazy.
But what's cool is when he did that album, though, he was on 106 in Park. I'm still trying to find this clip. But he went on there and they asked him like about the production and stuff, and he said, "You got to look out for this dude, Wishmaster. Like he's the next one up," which is crazy.
Nice.
Yeah, but I can't find it anywhere, man. It's like I'm trying to find that clip, put it on my socials, you know.
Yeah, that would be, especially he just dropped again.
He's dropping a new project. Yeah, so I've been sending. So Jazzy Faye is one of my friends. So I've been sending him some stuff because he's working with Luda right now too. So maybe on this new project, we'll see.
What is your favorite Timbaland track?
He's my favorite producer all the time. Oh man, what's my favorite Timbaland track? Dirt Off Your Shoulders will be up there because I'm going more beat wise too here, like songs, but beats.
No,
like
I just want beats. I just wanted the production.
I played Dirt Off Your Shoulders. Is That Your Bitch? I mean, that's up there too. I mean, it's a simple beat, but it's still, you know, it's just one of the best. I'm gonna Shoulders beats, man.
What's your favorite Pharrell beat?
My favorite Pharrell beat. That's probably gonna be Grinding. Simple.
Yeah, well, that's Pharrell and Chad.
Yeah. That's Pharrell by himself. Yeah. That's a tough one, man. I don't know. I can't even really determine what he didn't do without Chad.
I'm with you. I was just thinking that in my head. How could I do
that? Well, everything older has to be with Chad, so that's like my favorite shit. Like Happy's a dope beat. I'm sure he did that on his own. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's a pretty
dope. Happy. He did
favorite beats, but it's super dope how he put it together. You know.
Gotcha.
So when you're making your beats, do you build them with an artist in mind? And I ask you that because we made that mistake when we first started making beats. It was like, oh, we making this for this artist. And then it got to the point where I was like, we just making what we feel. Like, where are you with that?
I do both. I make what I feel, but then I also, if it's like towards an artist that like I'm actually like working with, I'm gonna cater towards them, but I'm not gonna do like what they did last. That's where a lot of people make mistakes. They go to their Apple Music or Spotify and they listen to their records, and you got to really know what they're working on. They might be like, I'm done with that sound. You know what I mean? So I try to think ahead, like what would they sound good on now? You know what I mean? Because you want to bring them into your world. As a producer, that's our job. It's not like, oh, I'm going to cater to you. It's like, no, let me help you and get you to the next level of your career. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I do what I feel. Always. And I'm a schizophrenic when it comes to beats. I'll make some sad shit, then make some pop shit, go to some country, make some dark shit. I mean, I've worked with strange music too. I was going to say, man, has been a big part of my career. I've done over hundreds of songs with Tech Nine and the whole label. So that's another momentum. I mean, monumental.
Yeah, and that's got to be because being independent and doing everything, it makes me, because I push that independent shit. Like I tell people all the time, own your own shit. Like go direct to consumer. Like you're gonna make more money, especially worrying about all these DSPs and shit. You're getting 2,000 plays, you're making fucking $10. Like you sell 2 copies, you made $10. Like start weighing your shit, and you get a guy like him who proved that concept out. And you don't gotta answer this. I'm just speaking out loud. I almost wonder how those contracts are with somebody like that, like the ownership and him understanding that. Like, what have you learned from him in that aspect?
I'll be 100% honest with you, but like I'm open book, man. Their contracts are the best contracts. They're simple and they're very fair. It's the record label ones that are just super long ones that you got to watch, and you got to usually have to have your lawyer go through and red flag things. You know what I'm saying? But Strange Music has always been good about the productions thing. And something cool about them is they. Something Travis does, Travis runs a label with Tech. He has the artists buy the tracks before they even work on them. He's like, you need to commit and grab the tracks. He doesn't like to mess around. He's like, I don't want you to fuck around, and then you don't know if you want to. Like, he's like, commit to it, get the tracks, because sometimes they'll buy tracks and they might not use them all, or they'll use them later.
Yeah, or they say they want to do it, but then don't want to do it, and then it's a waste of your time.
The whole game, yeah. I hate the whole game. It's like, everybody,
Right.
oh, it's on hold. Oh, it's on hold.
Yeah. Well, that got to be a pleasure to work with guys like that, because then they're not wasting your time. What you putting in is what you getting back. You know what I mean? And for them, so working with independent artists and major artists, what would you say is the difference?
Independent artists are just easier to work with because they have more control. You know what I'm saying? They have more creative control. And when you're working with a major label, like you might make, like I made a shit ton of records with Chingy during like one of his records, like with 2 Chainz, and everybody signed to Luda, and they turn around the labels like, yeah, we're not going to use all these. And I'm like, maybe my shit was trash. And I found out it's because they signed a producer. One of the A&Rs signed a producer and put all his tracks mainly on that album.
Right.
So it was like politics at that point. I'm like, all right, that's a difference. A label's it might take a whole project and change it all up and be like, and you don't get none of the tracks, or you only get 1 or 2. You know what I mean?
But all right, so does that bother you? Like, because they pay you regardless.
No,
right?
No, that wasn't paid. No.
So
the major label, they don't pay you unless
you make the album.
Unless you make the album, yeah.
Yeah,
gotcha.
Yeah, so and like I said, like me and him were working on nonstop tracks, and then all of a sudden I'm you know what I'm saying, I'm sitting there like, what is going on? And he doesn't have control.
Yeah,
that's his choice.
That's the sad part, right? So in that realm, what's one mistake you made that early that you wish you could have changed?
Oh, I made lots of mistakes. Wrong management. You know, the thing with managers is like, how do you know they're going to do what they're going to say they're going to do, right? Because it's easy for me to say, hey, I know this person. Like, I work with Bieber. I do this. Just sign this contract, 20%, and I'm going to help your career. They could literally sit on their hands for however long that you're signed for, and you do all the work. And that's basically what my career is, me doing all the work, paying other people because they said they're going to do something.
And they didn't do it, and they got done, and then they're there for their 20%.
Exactly. So that's probably one of the biggest mistakes I ever did, is not learning the music business side of things, what publishing is, what royalties are, mechanicals, all, you know what I mean? PROs. I literally signed my first publishing deal, and they said, did you register all your songs on ASCAP or BMI? I said, no, I thought that was done for me. And they're like, no, man, they went and did it. I had all these checks coming in. And sometimes, and it wasn't even as much as it should have been, because there is time that you will not get paid. If it goes too long and you don't,
they're not going to pay you. Yeah,
they're not going to pay you. Like, it's, even though it's
money gone,
it's gone.
Right. That's the crazy part about it. You would think that you would get all those rare ends of that money, because especially in today's atmosphere where everything is digital. I understand back in the day, the sound, it was a little different. The technology ain't where it is. But now in today's era, you would think that they'd be able to go back and get you that back pay.
There's companies out there right now that's what they do. They basically go help you get your unclaimed royalties and stuff. So, but there's so many of them. How do you find out what's legit and who's trying to scam you?
What's not? Yeah. And who's finding out from you to see if you're gonna really put in the money to go and get it, and then meanwhile that you don't, and then they go get it on your behalf anyway. You get what I'm saying? When you start off, or what do you prefer starting off with? Melody or drum?
Wait. Can I guess?
Go ahead.
I think by listening from what I heard, I won't. Damn.
Nah, go ahead, jump.
I was gonna say melody, because that's what attracted me when I heard what I heard so far of him.
Okay.
Like, was his melodies.
That's crazy, because most people like my drums.
For real?
Yeah, because I make my drums sound big. You know what I mean? Well, it depends on what you listen to. It depends, you know what I mean? But a majority of my tracks, it's like very drum based. It's both. That's why I said you wouldn't get it. I never just start with a melody or just a drum. It's just whatever I'm feeling.
Really?
Sometimes I'm going just drum heavy, and then I add the melody, and sometimes I'm going melody, and then I add the drums. So.
That's crazy. You kind of one of those producers all over the place.
Yep. That's why I said I'm a schizophrenic when it comes to that shit, dude.
That's hard as fuck. Wow. Because again, like Shad said, we make beats, and like for me, I'm very structured. I don't do the drums so much. Shad does all the drums, and I fuck with the melodies. And I'm like, I can't do anything till I hit the drums. It's just weird. I don't come up with the melody first. I just need to hit the drum and get the vibe, and I start doing some shit. And they're like, and what's crazy is I don't know music. Everything I do is by these big ass ears. So I sit in the studio.
But you do know music. That's what, like Rick Rubin doesn't know how to do anything, but he knows his taste, and that's what he says. I know what I like. That's it. That's a skill. Is his ears.
Yeah. You know what sounds good to you.
He doesn't know how to play instruments and do all that shit. He doesn't know how to engineer. He doesn't know anything, but he knows what he likes and he knows his taste. That's it.
Yeah, it's crazy. I used to sit there and we had an engineer who went to Full Sail University, had his degree and shit. He's sitting there talking all this technical shit, and I'm just like humming a sound. Let me play this. He's like, well, what's that? A minor? I don't fucking know. Listen to what the fuck I'm doing. And he starts doing it, and I'm like, that's it. He's like, how did you know? I don't know. I just heard it. Like God gave me these big ass ears, and I just know what sound.
What's crazy is a lot of people that know that stuff and they know theory and all that stuff. They get in their own way, and they end up making shit most of the time that's just not that great because they're studying. Oh, you can't do this chord with this chord. Oh, you're not supposed to mix your EQ in this range. You're supposed to drop. Like, dude, don't get in your own head. What it sounds good to you. Like I've always mixed by ear. Like people like my mixes, and I'm like, I just do it. It sounds good. It sounds good to me. That's it. You know.
It's funny because the more we got technical, the more it felt like a job.
It wasn't fun.
It was like, yo, I don't want to do this shit no more. Like when you realize you can't do certain things, and you're like, yeah, but I was fine with not knowing that I couldn't do this. Like technically, it's not supposed to work.
Right.
But for me, I don't care how it's technically. This is what I'm going for right now. And I've always felt like the more and more we knew as far as like music theory and all that other stuff, it's like it got harder.
Guess what the biggest mistakes in the music world did? It made the biggest records. Everything that's auto-tune was not made to be what it is. Distortion was not supposed to be distortion. Everything that is a mistake is actually what makes hit records.
Nice. Absolutely.
Wow.
Good point.
So you step into the podcast space. What made you want to do that?
I just want to do something different, man. And it's tough for me because I hate being on video. I hate being on the open. You guys don't know me that well, but you'll notice like I never posted myself ever in my Instagram in all these years. I've been an educator. Like I used to run a school at Nelly out in St. Louis, and I taught, but it was just in front of the people in that room. But if you would put me on a video camera, I said, hell no. So this is kind of like me pushing through my fears because I've dealt with anxiety my entire life, like bad. And it's gotten better, but now it's getting to a point where I'm just like, I'm going to break through all my fears. I'm doing that. I just did a show called The Hit Kitchen that like I'm hosting on stage. Like that was crazy. You know what I mean? And we have like 9-10 cameras at the same time. I'm like, bro, I'm just going to break through this shit. So that's what we did. And I know so many people in the industry. So I'm like, why don't I just have conversations with them? You know?
Yeah, that's super dope you said that because I go to therapy, right? And we got to a point where the therapist told me my anxiety might have been what kept me out of jail.
Yeah, you're careful. Me too, man. I wasn't the same person I am now back when I was younger.
Right. I didn't mean to go off, but when you said that, it hit me because we literally spoke about that 2 weeks ago. And I'm like, damn, that's crazy thinking about it. My not wanting to be known and not wanting to be out in the open, the anxiety part of it probably saved me.
My anxiety, it did. And my anxiety made me empathetic, man. So I can't fuck people over. I just never have. I just can't. It's just not inside me. I feel for people. I like to help people. And that makes me better. You know what I mean?
Wow. That's crazy.
Man, you had a lot of dope experiences, man. That's super. I'm excited that we got to sit down and talk. You know,
we didn't even get to pretty much.
I like this, but you guys did too.
You know what I mean? I got 5 questions. Is either this or that. We're gonna switch it up just before we do the trivia game. We're gonna switch it up a little bit. I want Shad, the guest, to answer before you say it.
Okay, you want the guest in here to answer before I say it?
No, yeah, I'm gonna guess what you're gonna say.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I want to. This is our little go back and forth to see if I can figure out if I'm paying.
So you're gonna answer the questions. What do you think a white guy's gonna say? Okay, I got you.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly. I'm gonna get the white hip hop producer. I'm gonna get with the white hip hop producer is gonna say or in the studio with the RecBoys before.
Believe it or
says
not, no one ever knew my color when I was making beats, and I didn't.
And that's
know.
probably the dopest shit ever.
Yeah.
Like no,
Everybody
like
thought I was a black producer my whole life, and it helped me.
Yeah.
And then when they found like, what? He's white. What the fuck? You know what
yeah,
I mean?
no. Listen, that it probably boosted you up. Like, oh shit.
Yeah, big time.
No,
And now
because
it's normal now, but it was not normal back then.
no, yo, dude, you don't know how wild I was when I found out Cypress Hill wasn't really like black Spanish. They was like Mexican Spanish.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
really?
Yeah.
I was like, really? Not how they coming.
Right.
But, right. All right. So go ahead, Chris. Let's go.
All right. FL Studio or Pro Tools?
Pro Tools.
FL Studio.
Oh, that's
I told you I use FL Studio in the interview.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Okay,
See?
hold on. This is a double-edged sword right here. I use Pro Tools for audio record or for vocal recording. I don't use Pro Tools for vocals. I use it just for beats. So I do use Pro Tools, but only for like when I do sessions for like vocals.
Okay, I'm still wrong on that one.
So
But had I, go ahead, Chris. I'm not even gonna blow myself up. Pause.
Rick Ross or Meek Mill?
Oh, Rick Ross.
Rick Ross. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm answering. All right, I'm not gonna answer.
No. I got to answer and then just tell me if I was right or not.
Yeah, my bad. You were right though.
Nah, you good.
Making beats at home or in the studio with the artist?
You want to hit?
At home.
Yep, anxiety. There you go. I like making beats in studio too, but I'd rather be at home. Yeah.
I think the reason why I said at home is because then you can work at your own pace.
Yeah.
And you can get scatterbrain. Like you could say, okay, wait a minute, I was going this way, but because I found this sound, now we're gonna switch this up and take this out. You know, so that's what I got.
Upfront payments or royalties on back end?
Royalties on the back end.
Correct. Yeah, I'm working with artists right now. Like I'm working with independent artists that I think are gonna do it. I'm not asking for anything up front. I'm like, let's go. Yep.
Classic boom bap or new wave trap?
I would say classic boom bap.
If I had to compare it to new wave trap, yes.
But you're on a whole nother different sound. You're just not on new wave trap. You are, I already knew that. I just know that if it's not something that you're creating new, you're always gonna go back to what got your heart.
Yeah. But I like it all. I make it all.
That's all I got. It was just quick. So now we go to this is Shad's favorite part of the show. I'll let him introduce it.
Yeah, this one is on the rec trivia. We got 5 questions, multiple choice.
Okay.
It's you versus Chris with the help of the audience. I don't know if we got rained out today or people were partying too much yesterday, but I don't know what's happening. I don't know where's everybody at, but we're gonna play the game anyway. We're gonna get into it.
Is this like pop culture questions, like shit going on in the world type stuff?
Nah, they're gonna be in the studio questions. They're gonna be because you're a producer.
I don't know shit, dude. I stay out of all the news, man.
No. It's not that. We already told you we're not even that type of show.
Yeah.
Right? No, actually, we are. It's just not in the studio at this point. You got to tune in the last Wednesday of each month where we go through the worldly trendy stuff. But right here, this is kind of just music stuff. So tonight we are going with who produced what.
Oh, just so you know, I haven't lost all yet.
He's lying to you. Do not let him lie to you.
I'm gonna win, man. I'm telling you, I'm not good at the trivia shit. So
it's multiple choice, so the answer is there.
Me either. I'm not good either. But I like the you gotta like kind of scared to guess a little bit, and I always try to lie to them. And being that Shad's a hater, he always blows my spot up. But most of the time, I get them. When I'm like, I always win. They're like, oh really? And you can tell the whole thing changed. And Shad's like, fuck him, he's a liar. And I'm like, damn.
Dude, comment on here is this is funny. Do you read this comment?
Yeah, hey yo, bro. Yeah, you're my favorite trans streamer. These guys are
it's funny.
Whatever.
What a comedian.
Yeah. All right, so listen, dumbass. I hope you paying attention. Guess. All right, since you watching, you want to be tuned in, motherfucker. All right, but anyway, first question is. Who produced Travis Scott and Drake's Sicko Mode? A. Scott Storch, B. Ye, C. Oz, or D. Danger?
You go first, man.
That's crazy because that means you know the answer. I'm gonna go. I don't know who Oz is, so I'm going C.
All right, he says C.
I'm going.
You going with C?
Yeah.
Going 1.
Oh, okay. Okay. Nice. 1-1. See, it's not that bad. It's multiple choice. All right. All right, yo, listen, it's 1-1. Next question is who produced Ari Lennox Pressure? A. Corey Rooney, B. Jermaine Dupri, C. Timbaland, or D. Benny Blanco?
I'm gonna go B.
Jermaine Dupri.
I'm gonna go A.
Corey Rooney. All right, let's go.
Don't those two work together?
No.
See, Jermaine Dupri.
Damn.
Yeah, see, yo, listen, don't let him beat you. I'm telling you.
I don't know any of the producers that did anything. That's crazy.
Don't Corey and Jermaine work together?
They've worked on some joints together. Yeah. I don't think they did that one, Pressure, though, together.
Oh, okay.
All right, let's go. Next question is who produced Jack Harlow's Industry Baby? Brian Michael Cox, B. Will I Am, C. Boy Wonder, or D. Ye?
I'm going C.
I'm going
C.
D.
Boy Wonder.
I'm going D.
Yay?
That's because you're Googling. I saw you go like this on your keyboard.
Now I'm looking at the comments. I try to cheat.
It's
D.
Yay. It says C though. So
I know. No, listen.
I mean,
that's what I'm talking about. That is Wishmaster. That's what I'm talking about. Yo, listen.
I can't even argue. I can't even argue.
Yo, listen. By default, he's right. So listen, he's. Yo, listen. All right, listen. It's 2-3.
He was probably right on his first statement. I wasn't Googling. What I do is I wait for the people to try to comment. No.
But he's right.
Normally they in here and I get to cheat by waiting for them. It's not working tonight though. But yeah, you got that one. I can't even argue. I fucked up.
So right now it's 2-3. I'm gonna split that between y'all. 2-3. All right. Next question is.
Oh shit.
Who produced Drake's Find
You didn't do any
the
old
Love?
school shit. All new shit.
A. Louis Bell, B. Jeff Basker, C. Jack Antonoff, or D. Beyonce?
You know what's crazy is I don't know none of these names but Beyonce.
Right. Beyonce, I've never heard her produce anything, even though she might have. I don't know. I mean, she's
getting producer credits. This is something.
I'm going A.
You going A? Louis Bell?
Mm-hmm.
All right, Chris.
I'm gonna go B. I don't know.
B?
Yeah.
All right. A, B.
Get the fuck out of here.
Nice, you won, man. See, I'm not good at that trivia shit, man.
I didn't know.
No, listen, we got one more. We got one more.
Okay.
All right, let's get to it.
No Timberland. No Drake question.
Who produced
I'm not gonna know any of this.
Wiz Khalifa's Black and Yellow?
Black and Yellow, Black and Yellow. Oh, see, this that bullshit. I don't know the producer's name.
A. Circuit, B. Dr. Luke, C. Max Martin, or D. Stargate?
I can't hear that on B and C. They work together too, but they do pop shit.
I'm going D.
I was gonna go D too.
All right, let's see what happens. These are actually every producer. Stargate.
Mm-hmm.
They're actually a duo.
Who?
Stargate.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But the funny thing is all the producers that we that were in tonight's answers are we're on the list of the top. I want to say 25 producers of all time.
Oh yeah, Mac Martin is humongous.
Yo, dude, there's a lot more people on there that people wouldn't even have a clue of. And what's crazy is there's 3 people where it's like, how much producing are they doing?
Right.
And it's Beyonce, Taylor Swift, and Mariah Carey. And it's like, yeah, I guess.
You know what's crazy is I just seen an interview.
Have little producers that work and do all the production, and they take the credit too.
Yeah, I know.
Like Irv Gotti, rest in peace.
Yeah.
But damn, I was just watching an interview with Jay-Z, and he actually said that Beyonce produces and that she has a unique ear for that. But I never knew that.
Well, also producing doesn't mean making beats too. So
yeah, it's arrangement. If she wants to take this from there, producer is so wide range that nowadays it could be somebody arranging it or the person who's actually playing the instruments.
Right. Or guiding. Really, what a music producer does is guides the entire song. It guides the artist, the band.
Yeah,
they're bringing it from the idea to a final song. That's why Quincy Jones didn't make beats. Quincy Jones, but he was a genius. He made songs.
Yeah,
produced, you know.
There's a few people like that.
Yeah, a lot of people.
Yeah. All right, so this is my favorite part of the show. This is Rec or Rec. This is where we're gonna play one video for you, and you're gonna be able to tell the people if it's Rec, REC, reaching everything conceivable. That's what we do every day. We try to get up every day and reach everything conceivable.
So which one's good?
REC, reach everything conceivable.
Oh, I thought you said car wreck before.
Oh yeah, and then
WRECK.
WRECK means it's a car wreck. You don't like it.
Okay, so if I say wreck, you're not gonna know which one I'm talking about.
No, you're gonna say
you gotta get it with the twang. You
gotta have to explain.
We gotta figure out a new way to do this.
No, man, what are you talking about? This is the highlight of the show, man. I know you. Yo, listen, I know you Grammy-nominated producer and all. You done worked with everybody in the world, and now that you got podcasts and movies and shit, you coming on here talking about, yo, we gonna have to change this.
We have to change this thing up right now.
Yo, he said we're gonna have to change the whole segment around, man. We got back.
If I say wreck, you're not gonna know. I have to spell it. All right.
Yeah, you gotta say yo, big REC. Yeah. You know, or just say car wreck.
He's the first one to say that though.
Just ever said it. He's the only one who's like, wait a minute, that makes no sense. No sense whatsoever. All right, so dope, I do have 2 videos. Which one do you want to see? I got some thug shit, and listen,
we do both. Are we doing the whole thing, or we're just gonna do a piece?
Well, this is the thing. If the people tuned in said it's a car wreck, we stopped the video. 3 people said it's a car wreck, we stopped the video. There's no need of.
Okay, then we'll just go to the second one after that.
All right, let's go. All right, so
both play.
All right, let's go. You already know what it is. DJ RecBoy Shot, Mr. Catch Rec, the one and only Wish Master in the building, in the studio with the RecBoys. Let us know what you think on the other side. Rec or wreck. Let's go.
Catch a rock entertainment, sucker.
Yeah, man, Rashawn and the almighty EA Skis. All my people on the left, all my people on the right. Throw up a peace sign, let me know you're right. What up, though? We about to get live in here. What up, though? We about to get wild in here. All my people in the back, all my people in the front. Throw up a peace sign, let me know what you want. What up, though? We about to get live in here. What up, though? We about to get wild in here. Yeah. Roses are red, violets are nice. When life hands you lemons, add vodka and ice. I'm glad to be alive, God seeing me through. Time to link up with the crew and make it do what it do. Coming through stun, yeah, they check my thread. I can't even walk around, got me like a barber head. So I'm spit a little game and see if I could be a sneaking link and have a lead with me. So 1 to the 2, 3 to the 4. Who is it? It's the dead man, Rashawn for show. Never let them see you sweat. Unless you need deep up in the sheets, yeah, get in the wet. I'm rocking in New York, I'm banging in the Bay. I'm cranking in Chicago and dumping in the A. New kid, new money to get. My pen game legit, so I'm keeping it lit. All my people on the left, all my people on the right. Throw up a peace sign, let me know you're right. What up, though? We about to get live in here. What up, though? We about to get wild in here. All my people in the back, all my people in the front. Throw up a peace sign, let me know what you want. What up, though? We about to get live in my card right, wanna leave it with me. Hey, it's popping in the club tonight. Got my sack Jimmy hat and my pockets tight. I ain't kicking with no honey that I can't afford, so I'm chilling with the chick in the Honda with cold. Now from the looks in her eye, I think I got a cutie pie that'll really love to get me high. Gee, no, I ain't down with no hit. I got a room at the moat if you down the road with me. Your girl hating, she can come through too. I just popped the blue chew, so hey, what y'all wanna do? She straight popping on these raw for real. I keep my game on swole, so you know what it is.
All my people on the left, all my people on the right. Throw up a peace sign, let me know you're right.
What up, though? We about to get live in here. What up, though? We about to get wild in here.
All my people in the back, all my people in the front. Throw up a peace sign, let me know what you want.
What up, though? We about to get live in here. What up, though? We about to get wild in here. We about to get live in here.
You're rocking on the fence, getting one in the fence. Let me hear you say.
We about to get live in here.
You're rocking on the keys, crossing like you a beast. Let me hear you say.
We about to get wild in here.
And if you're rocking down south, getting busy, no doubt. Let me hear you say.
We about to get wild in here.
And if you're living overseas and you're rocking with me, show me love.
All my people on the left, all my people on the right. Throw up a peace sign, let me know you're right. What up, though?
You already know what it is. DJ RecBoy shot, Mr. Catch Rec. What up, though? That's not it for me.
Some say he gotta take a blue chew.
Yo, listen, my thing is, it wouldn't be that bad if it came out in '93. Like
I was
that's
gonna say the same thing.
yeah, like the vibe, like I can hear that playing then. To do that now, and another thing it seemed, I don't know if I'm bugging, maybe you guys seen it, but was it half AI too? Was there like AI parts in the video? Like that was, yeah,
Well, that's
like
the world we live in now, unfortunately.
well, my whole thing, it wasn't even good AI. So now at that point, it's like, yo, you can't have. Yeah, well, my whole thing is like, yeah, well, maybe I don't know. It just didn't. If you're gonna do it like that, you and AI together, at least be somewhat, I don't know, have it more presentable for me. Like the video, the song I can get by, but when you're watching the video, like it reminds you of how corny the song is. That's just my take. Chris, you said WRECK?
Yeah, it's a car wreck for me. I feel like I heard that whole fucking cadence before, that whole beat, like everything I felt like I heard before.
I'm gonna give them both, and I'm gonna explain why. So if you try to drop that right now as a song, put it on the radio, whatever, bad wreck.
Mm-hmm.
The other one.
If he wanted to pitch that for sync, and let's say they were gonna do a Boys in the Hood TV series or something, damn, that's a good idea actually.
Or a Tubi movie.
Or a Tubi movie, then I would think that'd be a great sync song. Like if you're going back to the 90s. I thought the same thing you said is like, if this was 90 something, I would be like, that's dope, man. The mix is good for that time. You know what I mean? Everything.
No, yo, listen, you get
it's good enough where you get into it, you know?
Yeah. No, that's super dope that you said that, because I wasn't even thinking like those throwback movies where they're doing a time in the 90s and you hear that, like say they're at a barbecue and that's playing in the background while everything is
right.
No,
you
that's
wouldn't think twice about it. You'd be like, okay, that's
you wouldn't
cool.
even think, yep. Like, it'd be like, yo, that's barbecue
music.
music. Yeah. Oh wow. So maybe it was maybe Wishmaster got some shit for us.
For that artist, if they tap into this later on and they hear it, he just gave him a gem.
Well, that's why for the artists, like, don't, even if that's like nobody likes that song now, you still have places that could be that you can pitch for. Like sync is a huge world, and actually you'll probably make more doing that than you would just dropping it as a song.
That's true.
Nice. Good advice. See, a car wreck could turn into a REC, just like that. Only here in the RecBoy. Wreck can actually turn into a wreck. Yes, that's the new slogan. I might put that in. If you work hard enough, a wreck can turn into a wreck.
Right.
Yo, now you're gonna post us tomorrow. Like these motherfuckers had wrecks and wrecks. We know
wrecks on top of wreck.
Wrecks on wrecks.
Wrecks on wrecks.
All right, so this is another video I stumbled upon. They made it. So
these aren't people in like that follow your group or anything that are putting them songs in. You just like these are random.
I'm part of a whole bunch of groups where people like they drop your links and videos. So
okay, cool.
My thing is like, not only that, people, you spend some type of money, and if you don't spend money, you spend your time. So you're not spending your time, you're putting it out to the world. And what better way for us to get to it than somebody who we don't know you, we're not your homies. So
Right.
we're going to tell you exactly what it is, and we try to, whatever falls in, you put it out to the world. We just giving it to our audience.
And that's dope of you
Yeah.
to do that, man. Like you're actually helping people get their music out there, even with this. You know what I mean?
Well,
yeah, we try. We actually had we do something called Battle of the Beats, and we had Amadeus on. We had Phantom of the Beat, Jimi Kendrix, a couple of different producers, and we had independent producers come on the show live and play some beats. And one of them actually got signed to Amadeus. You know what I mean? That's the whole premises of the show. It's kind of like, bridge the gap between everybody who's trying to come up, and from you guys who had to bump your head and learn the hard way, try to give these guys a little game, and maybe something correlates, maybe it don't, but at least they learn something. That's the whole thing about this. You know what I mean? What we do.
No, that's really cool, you guys.
Not only that, we know a lot of the real superheroes are the guys behind the scenes. Like we've met so many people who've done so many different things behind the scenes that never get the credit.
Right.
And, we're fans of the culture. So it's always cool to bring somebody on from St. Louis, Chicago, Cali, Texas, because, I'm New York bred. Chris is branched out to Florida, and he has younger kids, so he's more in tune to type of the younger stuff. So, it's a nice little round thing that we have that we try to offer to people. We bring in different people and different promoters and film, and it's wild how hip hop connects everything.
Yeah, definitely, man.
But we do have another video. Let's get into it. This one is Thugga and someone else, but
it sounds bad already by the name.
Listen, like I said, dude. Listen, somebody put their time and energy into this. Let's make sure they didn't waste it. So we're gonna give them a review. We're gonna put rec on top of rec on top of rec. So let's get into it. Let's go.
Cultural entertainment, sucker.
RecBoys.
For well. Shopping, that keep the whole clique strong. Correction when we doing that keep the whole clique strong. Go ahead and get your money that keep the whole clique strong. Be ready when it's on. That keep the whole clique strong. Shopping, that keep the whole clique strong. Correction when we doing that keep the whole clique strong. Go ahead and get your money that keep the whole clique strong. Be ready when it's on. That keep the whole clique strong. If you owe them, man, you make sure that you pay them every cent. And not before your brothers, man, you ever put a bitch. It's money over bullshit, so go and get rich. Put their name down on the list, and nigga, then don't you forget. When that time right, you double back and punish you a bitch. Don't put niggas in your business, I promise, man, they gon' snitch. I done seen too many times when I was locked behind the fence. But steady sticking their chest like they the realest round this bitch. If I love it, I don't put you on game, then I'm the lane. I've been going through revolving doors of the chain gang. I'd rather put you in position and watch you do your thing and let your nuts hang. Shining while you switch your lane to lane. Swerve, shopping, that keep the whole clique strong. Correction when we doing that keep the whole clique strong. Go ahead and get your money that keep the whole clique strong. Be ready when it's on. That keep the whole clique strong. Shopping, that keep the whole clique strong. Correction when we doing that keep the whole clique strong. Go ahead and get your money that keep the whole clique strong. Be ready when it's on. That keep the whole clique strong.
Every time I fell face on the ground, I know my brother had my back. Every time somebody did me wrong, my brother told me take a seat back. They ain't gotta say what's going on, but if I know it's that, it's that. But my brother Joey, man, it's a hack. Play a wacko, you could get smacked. But it ain't about that murder shit. Keep going, father, keep your head high. I remember times I ain't had nothing. My brother said get some of mine. I was broke as a joke. He said something here, you ain't broke. Nah, I know they feel how I feel. Reciprocation be the reason we fly. Man, we done did everything together. Get some money, fight for each other. Been through trials and stipulations. Only reason they call my brother. They mother look at me like a son. I call her fantasy, hers my mother. All I know is we conquer, we divided. Just imagine how we stand together.
Shopping, that keep the whole clique strong. Correction when we doing that keep the whole clique strong. Go ahead and get your money that keep the whole clique strong. Be ready when it's on. That keep the whole clique strong. Shopping, that keep the whole clique strong. Correction when we doing that keep the whole clique strong. Go ahead and get your money that keep the whole clique strong. Be ready when it's on. That keep the whole clique strong.
You know what it is, DJ RecBoy Shot, Mr. Catch Rec, the one and only Wishmaster in the building. Chris, you want to expound?
Yeah, rec on rec. The first artist, his flow was good, but that hook is kind of trash. The transitions and from the hook to the fucking verse, that shit was weak as fuck. The second artist didn't even match the beat. He couldn't even keep his breath. Like it's a car wreck for me.
Wishmaster.
It's the same as the last one, except now I'm going from 93 to early 2000.
Hot Boys.
Yeah,
It sounds like a mini fresh sound pack.
Similar, but I could also like if you would have put T.I. and Jeezy on there, it would have been dope. You know what I'm saying? Of course, not the same lyrics, but just that if they brought their energy on that track, I thought it had potential, but it also sounds older. That's another sync song for me. Like I could see it in another show. You know what I mean?
The beat was nice.
Like a Dirty South show.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I mean, it went back to like that early days, man. I think that would be good. But yeah, as far as like now, it would be the other rec, you know?
Yeah. The beat was nice. The artist didn't compliment the beat, in my opinion. I guess
Yeah,
that's a good way to
his
sum it
second
up.
dude, yeah, he was off, man.
Yeah, I think the second artist might have been somebody who wasn't as seasoned as the first, rapping wise.
Yeah,
I got
probably
that right.
our
Right
friend.
off the muscle.
Yeah.
You know what was the weirdo thing for me is I rocked with the first guy. He was rapping. Like I like what he was saying. His flow I could even get with, even though it's not like something that I'm accustomed to liking. I would have preferred it if he would have switched up the hook. I think it would have made it a little bit more interesting. Like the first 4 bars of the hook is cool, and then you should have like switched it up.
Too
The last,
repetitive, yeah.
like you get what I'm saying? Do the first 4 bars over, then switch up the last 8. Then when you come back to the hook, do the same thing and then switch up the last 8.
And it's weird that I said that repetitive shit because that seems to be the wave now. The repetitive hook, you know, a nice vibe, repetitive hook could be a big record in today's atmosphere. You know what I mean? But it was too simple.
Then when the second guy started rapping is when I lost interest in the track alone, like listening to the song, and I started watching the video, and I'm like, these guys are sharpening shanks. Like, what the fuck is going on? And it's like, okay, steel sharpens steel, but they're not even sharpening on steel. One guy's sharpening it on the wall of a brick wall, and the other guy's sharpening it on the cement thing of the curb. And I'm like, yeah, like, see, like maybe, like you said,
the quality was pretty good on that video. That's what I'm saying. But it's like you visually, you could
have. Yeah. It was like, oh man, like it really once it got into the second part, it was just like, yeah, supercar wreck for me. But it was interesting, you know.
Definitely. And salute to them.
Put it out.
Salute to any artist who takes that leap and just putting out the music, because that's a big step. You know what I mean? But Wishmaster, I want to say thank you, you know what I mean, for taking the time out to talk with us tonight. You know what I mean? Chop it up with us. I hope you enjoyed yourself, because you got a show, you do a lot of things. So we hope we impress you tonight. You know what I mean?
This is the type of stuff I like, man. We're talking about real shit. And so I appreciate you guys having me on there.
Nice. And we didn't mean to confuse you with the Rex on Rex, but that's what we do over here. We try to reach everything.
We're gonna have to change that, guys.
Yeah, we're gonna have to figure something out. Well, listen, how about this? How about you send the invite over to your podcast, and then we talk about changing that.
There we go.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying?
Like that,
yeah, we'll figure that out over there, you know. Maybe you have some suggestions for us. Have a top 5 list of why we can't do record.
I actually like it. I think it's genius. It's just hard to say. If you had to say it, unless you
see, Chris didn't explain it all the way.
I was supposed to say car wreck.
Not only that, but it's mainly for the audience, so they hashtag which one it is. Right? So now, if it's something, so if it's something great, when they hashtag REC, that's our thing anyway. So
no, you know what's funny?
A lot easier for us.
It reminded me when we had Doggy Diamonds on, and I don't know if you know Doggy Diamonds, but he's very. He expresses the shit out of himself, right? We had him on, and he actually asked us. He asked us a question. He said, "So who are the RecBoys? When are the RecBoys?" And he literally on the show live, he said, "Who the fuck are the RecBoys?" Everybody want to know who you are and who you are. And that was the day where we was like, "Oh damn, we gotta set names."
Yeah,
like, we got to be able to distinguish each other, and that's kind of like what you're saying. Like we got to distinguish this rec from rec. You know what I mean? So that's super
visually,
dope.
yeah, it's perfect. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But once again, thank you for taking the time to chop it up with us. Again, I hope you enjoyed yourself, and we definitely didn't even get the icing on the cake. Like I don't even think we got to put the cake together. We brought out the ingredients because there's so much to unpack with Wishmaster. You know what I mean? He does so much. So it'd be super dope to hopefully get you back on in the future. Yeah.
Yeah, no, we definitely need a part 2. We need you on our panel. We do this thing also called Battle of the Podcasts.
Okay.
Where we bring other podcast hosts on and they play against each other in the trivia.
I'm gonna lose, but yeah, I'll do it. Let's do it.
We're gonna you didn't do too bad tonight. You did all right tonight. Some people will come on.
We tied. We tied tonight, didn't we?
No, you won.
No, you won.
Okay.
You won. The first time you win.
Even when I'm bullshitting on about the C, I mean, you still won. You know.
Yeah, no. But listen, the funny thing is, this is the first time he won, and he's not even trying to take the win. Any other time, he gets blown out.
Nah, because he was so
as soon
humble.
as the guest leaves, he says, "Yeah, once again, I won today." So that when the
he was so humble about it.
Up,
most artists get like a lot of people get on it. It becomes like a competition. It's kind of dope. Like we had Cool Kim on, and I won the first time. He called what he called was the Super Friends. And he started calling like 3. We bring him on again, like 2-3 months later. He bring like 3 people on with him just to beat me that night. You know what I mean? So it was super fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't look at it as a loss. I look at it as education. Now I know who produced those records. You know what I mean?
That's it. And you'll remember those as useless information because you're gonna be like, "Yo, I know this. I know exactly who did it."
I'm telling you, it's gonna come up. A radio station is gonna call me and ask me that question. I'm gonna win $1 million.
Yo, or a car, you're gonna win a brand new Honda Civic. You're gonna get a brand new Honda, E-Honda.
But real quick, before we get you out of here, let everybody know where they can check you out on social media and go check out the podcast and stuff.
Yeah, check me out at Wishmaster Beats. That's with a Y, not an I, or the Wish List. That's my podcast, and that's with a Y as well.
Nice. Definitely appreciate having you on there. Yo, we need a drop before you get up out of here. Let the people know who you rocking with.
Rocking with the RecBoys.
Nice. Appreciate you, Wishmaster.
No, you should have said Rec. That would have been perfect.
Yeah, that would have been super.
You got me saying that already. I was like, Rex on Rex.
Now, I'm going to chop that shit up. I was thinking as soon as you were saying that. That's super dope. We might make a beat out of that and send it to you. So you can touch it up.
Yeah, I want to hear you guys' beats too, man. Send them over.
Yeah. No. Definitely.
I'm going to say Rec or Rec.
Oh, yo, listen. Oh shit, that's the first time we heard that. That's super dope. We definitely gotta get you back on the show because I think when we have one of those nights where we're really rocking, the audience they're really gonna appreciate you, man. We appreciate you.
You can even hit me up last minute, man. If I'm not doing anything, bro, I'll jump right on, man. I love it. Like, this
don't say that because Chris will do it. Okay, all right. Well, he got your number now. You locked in now. You fucked up.
I didn't get the number. That's next. We just
that's next.
Before,
that's next.
I'll DM you the number, man.
Nice. All right, Wishmaster. Appreciate you, man. Have a good night.
Appreciate it. RecBoys.
Nice, my guy.
Super dope.
Super duper dope show. Once again, the RecBoys wrapped up another super dope show with another super dope producer. Gonna be a future friend of the show. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully you guys learned something, enjoyed yourself, laughed a little bit, learned a little bit, and
he was definitely dope, man. Super humble, you know what I mean? Crazy funny, you know what I mean? The vibe was dope, super dope. But let's get to what we're doing here. REC, like everybody know, we try to reach out to Conceivable. I want to keep it short and sweet this week. Keep chasing your purpose, man. Stay true to your grind. Remember, your story matters. And until next week, people, catch rap in the Studio With The RecBoys.
We love you. Deuces easy. We out.